Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to another Prof review. Today we're going to be reviewing Kid Icarus Uprising for the 3DS. Now, definitely I like this game a lot and stuff. Actually, it was really fun for the 3DS. Basically, it's pretty cool because the package wasn't just like your normal little thin one. It actually did come with a bigger size, thicker box. You got a stand for, setting it on a table because your hands, can cramp up from the controls, but we'll get into that part later. It's also pretty cool because, hold on. You got a bunch of the AR cards for the 3DS camera, which are actually really cool because you actually had to activate it through the game, but it's pretty cool because when you got two of the cards and everything, and then you face them towards each other, the characters literally pop out of the screen, and then if you press A, it would actually they'd fight each other. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I also like the fact that if you look inside the case, you get a bunch of the you see a bunch of the characters' different face, emotions, Lady Palutena, Pit 2, and all that. And even on the other side of it and everything, you still get this whole, which I thought was pretty cool. Real nice little display. I like when games do that. They don't just give you one little picture on the outside, but they give you a second cover you can possibly use on the outside too. So definitely thought that was pretty cool. So let's get on to the review. Oh yeah, before I get started with the review, if you guys want to see some of the gameplay footage and how the game is actually played, check on the description below. I've linked a video because I didn't actually have any of the footage for myself and I couldn't find any actual HD footage, so I just found the link that actually they kind of mashed up a bunch of the previews for it, but they did a pretty good job on showing what the game's about, so got that in there for you guys. So as for the presentation of the game, I thought they did a really good job and stuff. The story definitely was well done. They did actually have some of the old school elements from the original NES one, which I thought was amazing. There were parts where, because at first I thought the game was only 12 chapters and everything. Spoiler alert, by the way, if you haven't even played it, but I thought it was only 12 chapters, so then after I defeated Medusa and everything, credits are all rolling down and everything, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you see his claws pop through the screen and rip the credits away, then you see Hades come in, which basically, I think the story went up to about 23, 24 chapters, which is not bad at all, actually. So I thought that was pretty cool because it just kind of opened it up to for more of the story to develop, and it's just oh shit, she wasn't even behind everything. So that I definitely thought was really freaking cool and stuff. So yeah, as for the graphics, yeah, I thought they actually looked pretty. Actually, they looked pretty nice, to be honest, on the 3DS and everything. The 3D. I thought it looked pretty well. It's pretty nice. Added some depth into the game. Made the graphics look a little bit better when you had a 3D on and everything. But yeah, it was definitely pretty nice. I thought they did an awesome job and everything. So as for the sound of it, the sound was actually pretty cool because for some of the monsters, they actually kept the original 8-bit sounds and everything. So I thought that was actually really well done. They didn't try to sit there. Well, I mean, they did revamp everything, but I mean, they still try to keep true to the original game. So I definitely like that a lot. So as for the gameplay and stuff, this is where a lot of the people had issues with and stuff, was the controls. So basically, because with the controls, you either had the choice of, if you have the Circle Pad Pro, that'll probably be a lot easier because you can maneuver that way, but you literally had to be, hold on, I'll show you basically. Because you literally had to hold the 3DS like this, so you can basically control it like that with one hand. Then you had the stylus, basically, to either scroll to the side like that. So I mean, doing like that, then plus fast movement, it kind of made your hands cramp up a little bit. And a lot of people complain oh, the controls are just horrible. Honestly, the controls, I mean, they were a bit odd to get used to at first, but other than that, it wasn't all that bad. So I thought, I mean, after a while you get used to it. So I mean, yeah, my hands did cramp up. It's definitely not a game you could sit back on your bed and play because it's really hard just with the way you have to hold it unless you have the Circle Pad Pro, which I have not tried yet, so at some point if I manage to get my hands on one, I'll have to try it out and let you guys know. But yeah, so, I don't know, I got used to the controls, and after a while they didn't honestly bug me all that much, so it was pretty good. Another gripe I had about the game is the fact that the bosses were kind of too easy. I remember when I first went to go fight Cerberus and everything, I kind of beat him really fast. I'm like, wait, really? Was that all I had to do? So, I mean, there's some bosses that are a little challenging, but honestly, I didn't really feel all that challenged by the bosses. I don't know. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. The game is really awesome. just like the bosses really weren't. I don't know, they didn't really challenge me a ton. So I mean, I have get frustrated at them, going like, oh god, this guy's so hard. But yeah, like there's like maybe one time I might have died, but other than that, that was about it. But otherwise, yeah, the game was definitely really awesome. If you own a 3DS, I highly recommend you go and get it, because just like it's definitely a must-have in your 3DS library and everything. So definitely a pretty awesome one. As for lasting appeal, I would say it definitely has a pretty good amount of lasting appeal, because even after you beat the game, you still got a whole nother section. Like you get one extra mode, which is basically boss fight mode, where they basically put you in there, and then you start going through like every single boss you fight in the game and everything. And so basically, and then you only get like a certain amount of health potions in there. So if you run out of health and you still have more bosses to go, you better hope you can make your remaining health last, because once you run out of health, that's pretty much it. So basically the purpose of that mode is to basically make it see, how far you can get through all the bosses, or see if you can actually defeat every single boss in the game. So that's definitely pretty cool. And the other part of lasting appeal was basically the multiplayer, which I thought was really good. I played a bit of the local multiplayer with a friend and everything, so it's definitely pretty cool. I was playing a free for all, so at first I had a little bit of trouble figuring out. I was like, oh crap, who's who and who am I fighting? But yeah, otherwise, yeah, I thought it was like really cool and everything, because you get newer weapons, you get more panels, because there's whenever you beat a level, there's like a whole like grid and everything, and then I guess you unlock certain things depending on what you do, so that does help. And there's also the part where you get the heart points, I think you like give them to Lady Palutena, and then you see her walk closer. I'm still kind of curious of what that does when you like give a button enough to her and everything, so I'm going to be playing more just to see what happens there. But then there's an online multiplayer, which I've been hearing is like really good. I still have to actually try it out at some point. But yeah, it's definitely really cool, because I've seen like games like, there's been some games where they kind of put multiplayer in there just because like everybody's like, oh, multiplayer is awesome. But no, it's like they didn't just like put it in here just to shove it in there going, hey look, we got multiplayer, play it more. They actually like literally took some time to actually make it a solid, fun multiplayer experience. So I definitely thought that was pretty awesome. So my score I'm going to give it today is a 9.0 out of 10. So the reason I gave it a 9 instead of a 10 was mainly because, one, the controller issue. They kind of really could have made that a little bit easier, because it is kind of frustrating and hard sometimes, especially when you're first playing it. After a while you get used to it, so it's not too bad, but like if you're a little kid trying to play it, I don't know, you may or may not have trouble. And the second reason why it didn't get a 10.0 is also because of the bosses. The bosses were like really, because I played on normal mode, and usually even on normal mode the bosses are at least still a challenge and take some time to beat. But honestly, I think the only more difficult part was actually getting to the boss, because you had to fight through quite a few enemies, and some of the enemies were actually kind of hard. So so next time, I don't know, from what I heard from the director, they're actually not going to be making a number 2. They said, like, the director, the guy who actually made the game, they literally said, yeah, I don't plan on making a number 2, maybe in like 20-something years, 25 years, if someone else feels like picking it up, they can. Which I kind of find that kind of sucks. This is really a cool game, but I can also see where he's coming from, because you don't want to just start throwing out sequel after sequel and make the game crappier. Because I know like Kingdom Hearts, some of their fans have gotten annoyed about it, because they just keep putting out these sequels. I mean, the one for the DS, 385.5 days or whatever, like that one was cool. The gameplay, I mean, it was okay, but the story on it was definitely really good. They added like a lot more. It's like literally brought it right up before Kingdom Hearts 2, so you kind of know what was up with Roxas and everything. I haven't played the other one. I think it was a port from a Japanese cell phone, and they actually made a DS version. So I haven't played that one. I don't know. It looked alright, so I don't know. Then there was also, what was that one for the PS2 called? It was based, I forgot exactly what it is, but, oh yeah, Chain of Memories, that was it. That one is a card-based battle system. I honestly just didn't bother playing that, and I pretty much just watched all the cutscenes just because, I mean, the cutscenes are really good. 3.5, was it Kingdom Hearts 382.5 days or whatever later, and Chain of Memories, they ran right alongside each other's storylines, so. But I have a feeling I'm getting kind of off topic here. If start of Kid Icarus, now we're talking about Kingdom Hearts, so I'm going to kind of stop myself right there. Maybe I'll save that for when I do a review and Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance comes out. So yeah, I gave the game a 9.0. I definitely recommend you guys buying it. It is definitely worth the money, and you will have a lot of fun with it. So thank you guys for watching, and tune in next time for another Prof Toast review. See you guys later.